back to illustrating failure. So we're back again after the holidays. Kind of a weird time right now. It's between like Boxing Day and the New Year, so I feel like this week in between is just always like a limbo week where it feels like vacation but it technically isn't. So for today's Self-Care Monday, we just have a pretty chill, fun time, and I'm gonna be like upcycling some bottles and some containers to make way for my new plant cutting babies. Small note before we start, this week is like kind of like a weird transition week. I'm gonna be talking about some of the changes for my channel on Wednesday. Usually I do that for Vibe Check Thursdays, but I'm gonna be taking like New Year's Eve and New Year's off because like I'm gonna party by myself. Ay. So yeah, look forward to that coming up. And without further ado, I'm gonna start here. Transition. Can't tell, I'm kind of in a new environment. Nobody's working right now, so I kind of just snuck into this corner that Charlotte used to be in because it has some pretty dope lighting in this room. So I'm just visiting here. I'm not staying permanently in this spot, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go over some of the materials here that I have for today's planter making session. So I have this soda bottle here from like a month back that I kind of just hung on to because I thought it could be useful. And then I also have this Cool Whip container, and it has a little lid, but I figured I can just use this lid as like a little tray for the planter itself. And then also same concept with this styrofoam takeout container. This one has like a little hole at the top, but there's like a piece of tape over it, so I'm just hoping that like it'll hold and like hopefully none of the water leaks out. And just for fun, I had this like little terracotta pot that I picked up from I think like Value Village or something, and for like $2, so it's pretty good. I also have just a glass of like a nasty glass of like water for the paint. And then I have a variety of like small brushes to like slightly larger brushes. So I have some square bristles, and I also have some round ones just because, you know, there's different textures you can make. I have an X-Acto knife for cutting the little holes at the bottom because we want to make sure, well, I prefer to have like little holes at the bottom to let any excess water drain from the pots itself. And I also have a pair of scissors to help me cut this bottle. I have like a glue gun back here that I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna try with this later. And I have a painting palette, disposable painting palette, and just like a variety of like acrylic paint. It doesn't really matter which paint you use because this is kind of like crafting. So I have like everything from like really cheap acrylic paint to like more fancy, I would say. This is definitely not the fanciest. It's still like student grade paints, but some of these paints I have no idea where it even came from. TBH. And I also have this like gold paint that I've never used before, but I thought it'd be like really cute to add some accents, hopefully, if it has enough coverage. So we'll give that a go. And so yeah, I'm gonna get started now. And so I'm gonna start with the soda bottle first, just because it's the most unknown out of all of them. YOLO! I think I want it to be around this tall, and then so the dirt will be up to here. So you can kind of just measure wherever you want it, like however tall you want it to be. I was gonna use the scissors first, but I'm just gonna use this. It'll probably really help to take like a pencil or like a crayon or something just to mark it first, but I'm just really lazy, so I'm just gonna go for it. would definitely be careful because blades are sharp. It's not straight, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and there's like a bunch of gunk and stuff on the side from the label. And you can just take some goo off or something to get rid of that if it bothers you. But I figured I'm just gonna be painting over it anyways, so YOLO swag. God, this is rough. Just gonna even that out a little bit more. Got my paper towels here for any messes I've made. Already making messes already. Guys, before we truly start, I just want full disclosure that I'm just trying this and I've never painted like these or like, you know, DIY'd these before, so I'm just learning as I go. The edges are a little bit sharp, so that's why I'm gonna try to take some of the hot glue and just put it around the edge. I'm hoping that this will work. I haven't done this before, so... Oh, it's dripping. It's okay, guys. This channel is about failure, right? Ah! Be careful with the hot glue, it's hot. Alright, so it's like a little bit messy. But I think we're gonna be covering it up with paint anyways. So that's cool, right? Just going for it. So I'm gonna put some holes at the bottom of this just so the water can drain properly from these pots. Gotta be careful with this one. Okay, so I cut these little holes at the bottom of the container, and I'm just gonna do that for each one of these. When you're cutting this, make sure you're cutting it on a surface that you don't care is gonna get some holes in it, because you're gonna get some holes. Alright, now I have holes in all the bottoms. Can't really see from there, but trust me, bro. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for these ones. I'm just gonna make like one hole for this, because this is just one surface versus this has 5. That's why. Got me a hole right there. And then I'm gonna put a hole in this one too. None of my holes are circular because screw circles. And then now to the painting. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one with the painting because I feel like it's kind of exciting. Part of me is like, should I like sandpaper this to make it stick a little bit better? But I'm just gonna go for it. Usually before I start anything, I usually like make some sketches, but I'm just freehanding it. I think it'd be cute to have some flowers and stuff. And I think it would be cute too, like if I leave this clear, a lot of this clear, so I can see roots and dirt and stuff. I'm gonna try to put in a white base for some of this, just because I think some of like the colors are transparent or translucent, and so it'll help it show up a lot better on this if I put in a white base. Go in with this. Oh, this looks pretty cute. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Just making an outline everywhere that I want my shapes to be. I'm gonna try a couple without the white and see how that goes. But for now, to be safe, I'm gonna do some of these. I have to remember that the background color is eventually going to be brown, and it's not gonna be clear, so gotta keep that in mind. Alright. Alright. Let's try this one next. Okay, so I definitely don't want any of this to show up. in my paintings, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cover that with some white paint. Just don't drop this, Janie. Don't drop it. Alright, so here's the first coat, and I'm gonna let that dry while I move on to something else. And you know, I was gonna leave this one to begin with because it's already white, but I think I might put a white coat on top anyways, just so it's like opaque. Because I think the paint helps even out some of that like styrofoamy shine. Is this dry yet? Yeah, mostly dry. Okay, I'm gonna paint this one again. This into a warmer pink. Honestly, I think with the ones that I mixed, the colors I'm mixing white with, probably would have been fine if I just painted it on by itself. Let's do some tests here. Yeah, these ones would have been okay. But I think overall it will be more opaque when I put the dirt in. Put the dirt! Okay, so you can see this one I didn't have the white underneath of it, and this one I did. Definitely the colors show up more opaque with the white underneath. Like, it's not bad, but I think it'll make more of a difference when there's actual like dirt inside. Cute with some ombre. Oh, that's rough. We're all just trying our best here. This one's gonna be super magenta. I think it'll be fun to see like the roots and stuff with this clear container. Alright, alright, alright. This orangey color. Oh, I'm gonna try to wipe this off. Messed up a little bit here, but it's okay, I'm gonna just wipe it off. So you can still wipe off acrylic paint usually when it's still wet. Afterwards it becomes more permanent, but while it's wet, you're all good. I'm gonna make this into a little pot too. Maybe some polka dots would be cute. This brush is way too big for what I want it to do, but it will do just as well. I'm gonna let this dry slightly, and I'm just gonna go over this again with another coat. Ooh. Ooh. My brush fell apart, but it's okay. We're just gonna keep going. Coat 2. I think with coat number 2, it's like more opaque, but I'm thinking 3 is gonna be our lucky number. For the third coat, third time's a charm. Sorry, the lighting has changed since the last time I was here. Ooh. I think the ridges on this is kind of fun. I also brought out a little spray bottle that I spray my paints with so that it doesn't get too dried. And now we're back to this. Pretty janky, but it's cute. Okay, I'm gonna put in some green. I could mix this, but I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna use this pre-made colors, like the heathen I am. Just gonna go in here. I'm gonna make a separate video on repotting all of this too. That could be fun. I was gonna do it all in this one video, but I realized I need to wait for the paint to dry. Add some yellow. You know, it was the yellow that I was the most worried about for the transparency, but honestly, it's not too bad. Careful about smudging your paint, because I've definitely done that a few times. So adding a few more flowers here, there. Just gonna go back in with some white, add some finishing details. It's cool guys, it's cool. You know, if it weren't for you guys, would I have made this so cute? Probably would have been lazy. So thank you for watching, so I could feel motivated to make cute things. Just gonna let this dry for a bit before I touch that again. What should I do for this? I really like those like blue china plates. So I think I might try something like that for this one too. Let's go ahead, take this blue, go all the way around with this. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm painting, I kind of go into like a existential crisis. And I think I kind of did that here for a bit. But you know, that's part of the fun. You're doing something. I mean, color blocking is like a little bit mindless, so you think about the deeper things in life. I don't really know what to do with this one. I think for this one I might just put some white stripes. Could be fun. Sounds kind of basic, but who cares? I feel like it could be aesthetic. Or a bunny. Bunny would be cute. No, I'm just gonna put in some stripes. I think the biggest challenge for this one is to keep my lines consistent. And you know, if I mess up, that's fine. Add a little bit of water to thin this out a bit. It's getting a little bit too lumpy. That's okay, we're learning. We are learning. You know, when you're doing stuff like this by hand, a lot of things is imperfect, but I think that's the charm of it. You know that a real human made this. When you're holding these, be careful in case like your pot has like something uneven that you don't cut yourself. I find keeping my brush in place and then just turning the pot is pretty handy on the most part. Am I gonna make it a grid? Yeah, why not? I'm doing it. Do I have regrets? Maybe some small regrets. Oh, that could be cute. I have an idea. That's kind of cute. Yeah, I like that. You know, this is what happens when we take risks. We can get happy accidents like that. Oh, heck yeah. I sure hope these flowers line up. But, you know, if it doesn't, that's cool too. I really like this. I think this is like really cute. It's so cute. Oh my god, I love this. I think it helps to go from the bottom up because the bottom is thinner than the top, and then every time you look straight, it just is easier if you go from the bottom top. Last one. Yeah, boy. Maybe for this one, I'm gonna draw some people. That's fun. I haven't done people in a while, so I'm like, we'll see how this goes. I'm not as good freehanding people. Not that I was amazing freehanding plants, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe just some regular people doing regular things. Is this even an everyday person anymore? I don't know who wears this every day. YOLO! Maybe nowadays, because we're in lockdown. And so whenever we do go out, we wear only our finest clothing. Because where else are we gonna have that? Have time to wear that? Am I right? Maybe some cerulean blue leggings? That's fun. With maybe some brown boots. Probably should have waited, but YOLO! That's fun. I like that. I like that. For some stripes. That's terrible. That's a terrible face. That's why it's gotta go. Maybe I just won't do faces. There's not enough surface area. Is this kind of terrifying? Yes. Yes, it is. But that's okay. Live by it. Give her some room. Oh god! So much water. That's cool, that's cool. Wow, this took me so long to do. She's pretty cute in the end. I'll do an old grandpa next. It's gonna be hunched over though. And then this gentleman will have some gray clothing. I'm gonna give him some fun pants though. I had a lot of fun doing these characters on this little plastic pot. I think because it's something so cheap and quote-unquote disposable, the pressure for it to like look super gorgeous or amazing was not really there. And so I was kind of able to like just open up and like make these fun, simple characters. And honestly, I think this is a style that like I'm regularly trying to achieve, but I'm just so uptight a lot of the times when I'm doing my work by myself, and I'm just in my head that I'm not able to achieve these things. Whereas funny enough, like with you guys, my friends, I guess I'm just constantly reminded that it's okay to like, you know, not make the perfect brushstrokes, or it's okay to just, you know, be in the moment. And I think this is a style that I really love and I'm attracted to because it feels so carefree. And I am a carefree person, but at the same time, I'm really not. I overthink a lot of things and I just get so in my head sometimes. And I think that's the dichotomy of why I love this style, because this is the kind of person that I want to be. And definitely I think I'm always in a constant battle to remind myself that it's okay to let go, because the work that I make when I am relaxed and I'm experimenting and having fun, it's usually turns out much better than the ones that like, you know, I stress myself over and I'm just, you know, too in my head about it. And of course stress is good to like push you to like go past what you previously were capable of, but definitely those stress needs to be applied in the right places. And sometimes when we're just in our head, that stress is not exactly in the right place and it could be inhibiting. And so funny enough, like when I'm with you guys, I just feel more relaxed so that I can have the space to play, which is like kind of funny because it should be more stressful because, you know, all these people could watch me potentially mess up. But I don't know, maybe I'm a weirdo, okay? It just be like that. Just gonna do some simple white flowers with these. I really love this shade of blue, ultramarine blue. I just think, you know, this blue and white, it just feels like porcelain, like those beautiful porcelain plates. even though this is just really cheap styrofoam. And so I feel like it has a classy feel. Honestly, if you're here at this point, you're a trooper. Thanks for hanging out with me all this time. You know, I do enjoy painting on this styrofoam cup. Okay, so I got this guy and this guy, this guy, and this guy here. And so I think I'm gonna add, I don't think I'm gonna change this one up, but for these ones, I'm gonna do a little something special. Just a little bit, you know? Just for fun. We like fun in here. So now it's time for gold paint. Oh my god. I've actually like never used gold paint in the history of me buying gold paint, but today is the day I'm gonna use the gold paint. Okay, I'm gonna use this gold paint to add some accents to some of these, and I think it's gonna look really cute, guys. It might not, but oh, you can't see anything. Definitely need to add some white beforehand. Doesn't stick. Lamau, I got too ahead of myself. And I'm adding the white. I'm doing it. Gotta wait for this to dry. I wonder if this one I can just directly put the gold paint on. Fingers crossed, guys! Fingers crossed that this one I don't have to do anything. Because I don't know. Okay, YOLO. Okay. Alright. Definitely gonna need some layers. But I can see the potential. This gold paint is really thin. I feel like maybe if I was painting on something that wasn't plastic, it would just show up better. But here I am. I feel like maybe if I was painting on something that wasn't plastic, it would just show up better. Part of me wants to put some on here. You know what? I'm gonna put some on the bottom. Definitely feel like this is showing up much better than the plastic, which is nice. Alright. Alright, can't really see much, but I promise you it's there. Doesn't make a difference. Don't think I'll do it for the top. Okay, is this dry? Not really. It's not, oh, that's okay. It's not really dry, but I'm just gonna go for it. Cause I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Okay, I've added a few more coats to this. My camera ran out of battery, that's why I missed this a little bit. But I think the verdict is I do enjoy this gold. And I was like, why is this so lumpy? And then I remember that I added the hot glue and that's why it's lumpy. But I think the key was to add this paint thickly. And I think once you added like enough of it, it kind of sticks to itself, so it's no longer reliant on sticking to the plastic. I'm gonna do the same with this. One more layer for good measure. Alright. I added some gold dots in between just to tie in the gold a little bit so it's not too out of place. Alright, so now I'm gonna go and find a spray for these so that I can seal all this nice paint so that hopefully it doesn't rub off right away, because they turned out pretty cute. I like it. I think next time when I film at a window too, I'm probably gonna put something up. This is blinding. And then this one. I guess this is like a little bit different of a self-love Mondays because this was more of like a painting one, but you know, I think art is like cathartic sometimes when we're not like pressured to, you know, always like make it the best and like Instagram worthy. And you know, sometimes it's fun to just do it blind, just go in and go for it, and then you can have some like pretty cool results in the end. Surprisingly, these all like turned out like really well. We'll see how it goes once I spray them. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun to just do things without, you know, too much purpose except for having fun and making your area a little bit more beautiful. It's pretty good for self-care. This is, I'm gonna be repotting my plants into this, so look forward to that one coming up. So I ended up using this Mod Podge Gloss Clear Acrylic Sealer. I was kind of worried about it being too glossy, but it actually turned out okay. It's not like super glossy, so it's alright. Before spraying all of these, I definitely should have waited a day for the paint to dry completely. On the most part, it turned out okay, but for one of the flowers, for the clear soda bottle one, the paint got a little bit wrinkly. You can kind of see it here. It's not super noticeable, but if you don't want that to happen, you should just put in the time. Don't be impatient like me. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, remember to give me a like, and you know, let me know what you guys think about these pots. If you guys ever painted pots before, do you have any like tips for me as well for next time? I feel like there were some things I could have researched and done better. So if you guys know, let me know. And feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have more like self-care tips in my Self-Care Monday series, and I even have some vlogs and like talks about my after art school life. So feel free to check those out. And if you want to hang out more in the future, just click that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time on Illustrating Failure. Bye!